Good morning, everyone. I'm Ray, here with Team S.T.E.A.M. Today, I'm planning on working in the shop, and I've given the crew the day off because this is mostly stuff that I do. You know, I'm trying to straighten this up today and get it ready for primer and maybe even in primer, and keep working on this. The thing that I got ready for primer and put back in primer again yesterday. Okay, now we've got that pretty straight enough that I can do the next step on the bumper, which would be to cover it with steel angle iron. So we got it all straightened out. Back bumper straightened out enough that I can go ahead and replace it. That above it's been, that little spot right there that was punctured so much that they had to weld it, is straightened out. Those are straightened out enough. They were knocked in about an inch, and all we have is just these little divots left. And this was down about an inch, and it's pretty much up to the surface. Okay, I just got back from the hardware store, and I got this 2-inch angle iron, 8-foot chunk of it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna come back here, I'm gonna measure out 1 3/4 inches here, 1 3/4 inches here, snap a line between the two now that I have this so straight, and cut that off. And now that I've got those, I should be able to just take this hammer and straighten that side up real easily. So now we'll measure this. Bam. Bam. And we'll go ahead and make a cut as soon as I get my safety glasses on. Place it on there like so. All right, got my other 2 marks here and here. And now I'm gonna make these cuts. And here it is, a few minutes later, all welded up. Ready for the next step. For now, I'm gonna take this drill. This is just transmission fluid, and that's what you can do. You just take some transmission fluid, dump it in the cap of the bottle that it came out of, and that makes great cutting oil. If you don't use cutting oil, your bits are never gonna last long. Now we got our holes drilled. Went ahead and got all these bolts. I try and use new bolts and nuts. It makes it easier, but I'm not afraid to use used flat washers. I've got some new flat washers for the outside and used ones for the underside. Mail time. Dust masks. Yeah. You know, during COVID times, these were $120 to $140 a box. It's this same box. They're $22 a box now. That's weird. I don't think greed had anything to do with it, did it? Holiday season coming up. Plus, we just use a bunch of this stuff. So this is a 6-pack of the clear packing tape. Caffeine pills. I do 1 in the morning, every morning when I get up, before I get in the shower. My body filler that I didn't order Platinum Plus, came in and it's busted all over the place. So it's the wrong thing and it's a giant mess. So that's good. Well, it looks as though they sent me 4 more of the wrong filler. That's not the body filler I use. I've never ordered this. I've never seen it before. So that'll be a lot of fun. Nice job, guys. And now we're all prepped for body work. It's all been ground on and hit with the shrinking hammer. Get some of those spots beat back in. Harder to do on the thicker metal. Now I'll get the body work on both sides and get going. And here's the first coat of this new filler that I've never used before, but they sent it to me by accident. And it's a higher dollar filler by far than what I normally buy. So if they're gonna give it to me at the lower price, maybe it wasn't an accident, maybe it was a stocking issue or something, but either way, I'll run it. We'll see what happens. See those areas? Here, the darker areas. Those are the ones that didn't quite fill in. And that's how you tell. Use a board like this. I prefer a long board, at least a 10-inch. And then this is 40 grit. I start with something really aggressive, and I start with 40 grit. Then after this, I'll probably do 60 grit, and then probably 120 grit. But I have to put more filler in it. As you can see, these dark spots are actually just spots where it didn't get filled in all the way. That's why you use a long board. If you go chasing those, they're just gonna be big swales in your paint. And now we got all the body work done. Got her all in primer. Bumpers on. I'm gonna pull it back off before I paint it though. Body work on this side, all in primer, ready to go. Well, I feel like we got enough stuff done for one day in the professional and business side of things. I think I'm gonna spend the rest of my day seeing what else we can get into on the leisure side of things. See you around.